Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out, which are typically around 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before I get started, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if it feels like I'm talking about you, you need to check yourself, because I'm only talking about bad women that do bad things to good guys, and I teach the good guys how to spot the bad women.
Nigga, what?
If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description, as well as go ahead and hit the notifications button right now. All right, guys, today I'm going to be talking about why you cannot get her out of your mind. A lot of guys tell me, Anthony, I've been taking a red pill for a couple of years. I'm starting to move forward with my life. I'm starting to get a job. But the only problem that I'm having is actually getting the woman out of my mind. How do I get this woman out of my mind so I can go ahead and move on with my life? Because it seems to be stuck on her. All right, today we're going to be breaking that down today, and I'm going to go through what your subconscious mind is actually doing. Your subconscious mind is what you're doing when you're by yourself that you don't see yourself doing. A lot of people start to believe what's coming out of their mouth about themselves is true, when a lot of what comes out your mouth is what you want to happen. You're hoping to get answers, but today we're going to be breaking it down why you have to start looking at yourself in order to understand why you cannot get her out of your mind. Let's get to it, all right? First, you want closure. What do I mean by closure? She's going to have to hurt you to move on. It's already hurting that she don't want you, but you're going to need her to actually tell you, I don't love you. I don't like you. I don't want to be with you. That's what you're waiting. You're waiting for her to tell you those words in as assertive as she can, that part hurts. It sounds bad, but I'm letting you know that's what you need. You need her to tell you, I do not want you at all, or you need her to move on with another guy and possibly have a child. Because when she has a child with another man, that's already a connection that's going to be lost from you. I'm just giving you straight facts. That's what your brain is waiting for before you move on. The moment she has a child with another man, then you'll forget about her. Or when she sits down with you one-on-one and she says, listen, stop bothering me. I'm going to block you. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to be next to you. That's typically where that pain hurts so bad that it'll push your brain inside of a loop, but it's actually the closure that you need. The other way, the nice guy way, isn't working, because she's been too nice at letting you down, which is why you haven't had that confirmation that it's really over. The moment she starts giving you the brunt, honest truth, it's the moment you're gonna start to see things in a different light. Next, you want her to change her mind about you. What do I mean by that? You're going through the hope creed. You hope that she moves on to another guy, he hurts her, and then she comes running back to you. Or she don't find anybody and she realized that you were the guy she should have been with the whole time. You're hoping that she stops and starts to look at you differently. It's not going to work like that. Let me tell you a little secret about a woman. From day one that you say hi and she starts building a friendship with you, she knows exactly when she's going to let you go. That's one thing about a woman. When she decides to date you, she knows exactly when she's going to let you go. See, what a lot of you guys got to understand about women, some women would get in a relationship with a guy just to keep from feeling lonely and to keep from feeling like a slut by sleeping around with a whole bunch of different guys. But the guy that she typically dates actually thinks that him being a nice guy is winning her over, when you're not realizing, no, you have just become a puppet to whole world to make herself feel better. Ask a woman. Ask women that are your female friends. They'll tell you, yeah, women would get in relationships with a guy that she know is just going to be there, a nice little beta male, to hold her over till she gets ready to get married and have children. And a lot of you guys have been that guy. You've been the hold over guy. So when she leaves you, you're still holding on to the fact that you got her as a beta male. You got her being Mr. Nice Guy, but you were just renting her as the nice guy. She was holding on to you till she found something better. You're still holding on to that nice guy, hoping that she sees the goodness in you whenever she starts to think the grass is greener on the other side. Next, you can't help it. It's programmed into you, all right? You've been programmed to thinking about her at certain times of the day, certain events and certain things that you do with your life. So let's say if every Tuesday you and her did something, you're gonna remember it. Every Saturday y'all did something, you're gonna remember it. If you called her at a certain time of the day, every day, you're going to remember it. So your body releases dopamines and it starts to anticipate that moment of you seeing a connection with her again. And when you don't see that connection with her again, it hurts. It's a biological thing. It's something that's chemically actually working in your body that has to deal with your neurological system. Your neurological system says, hey man, where is she at? We've been seeing her. Where is she at? I don't know where she at. Where is she at? That's what your nerves are saying. That's what your neurological system is saying. You're going to have to go through the process where we call bleed it out. That's where you're going to have to be tough enough and let that time pass. That time will pass. You still may be too early in the game. The longer you were in a relationship, the harder it's going to be for you to get over the relationship. So the main thing that you need to understand is that it's mainly programmed into you because of your neurological system. Next, the fear of letting her go. What do you fear the most when letting her go? You fear that you have to start all over again. The hardest part that men have is actually getting in a relationship for the most part. You got to go through the process of finding other women, which mainly you're going to try to do online. You're going to go ahead and put your nice little scripts together, and then you're going to send it out to 100 women, and you're going to see which one calls you back and repeat the process. That's the main thing that a lot of you guys fear. You fear the fact that you have to start over with another relationship and go through the BS again, but the BS may end up being the same trip all over again. The BS is only going to be the same trip as if you didn't do anything to change yourself. If you didn't do anything to change your outlook of life, then you're going to fear getting in another relationship and you're going to fear moving on because you're still the same person who was scared. You have to transition yourself so you develop some type of self-confidence that you can move on with your life. The main thing that you need to understand is that the pain that you're going through with a woman, the letdown and the breakups that you're going through with a woman is natural. But what you guys do is you make your pain an exception of the rule. Your pain is something nobody else could feel. This is why when you find guys that are crying out just like you adapt to them because you guys share the same pain. Well, I'm telling you right now, the pain that you're feeling, everybody is going to go through. Everybody's going to go through that fear. Everybody's going to get hurt. Everybody don't want to start all over again, but it's natural. Women are going to have to start over too, and men. It's a way of life. It's the way that we live. The moment that you accept that little thing is going to happen to everybody, the easier it is to move on. There's not a person walking around in your neighborhood, school, or even relative that you know that never had their heart broken. It just doesn't work that way. You have some women that are extremely good looking that may have had some disappointments in their life, but everybody gets their heart broken one way or another through a person, period. So learn to not fear letting her go to move on. Next, you see she's about to move on. She's getting close to move on, and you're still stuck in the same spot. That's why you're thinking about her. You're in a race. You're trying to race her to happiness after the relationship. So you're in competition to see who's going to move on first, her or you. That's why you can't get her out of your mind. That's why you keep looking at her Instagrams and looking at her social media. You're trying to see who's going to reach happiness first, her or you, but you feel like can't no man in the world come in and outdo you, so she's going to be miserable with another man. No, I told you guys before, women are very comfortable with being uncomfortable. They can handle uncomfortable positions way better than a man, which is why they love complexity whenever it comes to a guy. Women love a challenge, bro. Do not get it twisted. Women love a challenge. So if you think she's going to come across some guy that's just going to rip her heart out, no, not in modern day world. A woman get hurt one time, the rest of the 7 guys are going to pay. Listen to what I'm telling you. We are in a different world now. If she wants to move on, she's going to move on extremely fast. Do not be in competition to see if she's in a rush to be miserable. It's not going to work. It's not gonna work because you're driving yourself crazy trying to monitor what she's doing. Next, you're using the thought of her to distract you from what's wrong in your personal life. All right? Thinking about her distracts you from the fact that you got to get up and go get another job, or you may have to level up. You may have to get in the gym. You may have to fix your hair. You may have to fix your teeth. You may have to fix your weight. You may have to find something constructive to actually do with your life. But thinking about her has become a distraction to what you have to do for yourself. So everything that's wrong with yourself, it's easier to say that she's a bad person for not wanting you because you're nice. The less you have to offer as a man, the more value you're going to put on knowledge and being nice. Look at an older guy in 50s and 60s that just never made it in life. He has a lot of pride and he has a lot of wisdom, but he doesn't have a lot of money and he doesn't have a lot of ambition. The worst thing you could do is be the smartest person in the world, but don't have any ambition to use that knowledge to grow in life and become a happy person. That sucks. A lot of people that I know that are extremely smart are extremely miserable because they're overthinking life, because they don't have any ambition to use their knowledge. So blaming everything on her and thinking about her is only distracting you and making you the worst version of yourself. Have some ambition. Get out there and correct yourself. Shave all your hair off and start all over again. That's what women do. When women shave their hair off, they letting you know, I'm trying to feel different and I'm getting rid of the old me. That's what you need to do. Go shave all your hair off, shave your beard off, shave something off. You must reinvent yourself. If not, the distraction is thinking about her and what she's doing. Stop thinking about her. You're just covering up the things that you need to do to fix yourself. There's a woman out there for you. It's just that you want the woman that makes you horny to stay in your life. Next, you feel like you would never get another woman. That's one of the main things that get a lot of you guys. You don't put in so much work into getting her. You don't work so hard to get her. You don't put out all your cards and tricks to get her. Now that you lost her, you just don't have the energy to repeat that process over again and get another girl. So you feel like you would never be able to move on. That's why you're stuck on her. Well, let me let you know something here, buddy. You're going to have to find a way to get over her. A lot of you guys are walking depressants because of women. And let me tell you this, a lot of you are still stuck on the same woman because you keep jerking off. I keep trying to tell you guys, you need to switch and go to a no-fap. A no-fap is the best thing that a man could do because it will correct your desires. If you cannot develop self-confidence, not only is a woman going to hurt you, but life is going to hurt you. It's just that blaming a woman is easy because you can come online and join a lot of people to help you. Bot shit, that's what we call it. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels, and do this. If you watch this whole thing, make sure you're subscribed. Come on now. And make sure you hit that notifications button if you've watched the whole thing. That means you like the video. All right? Hasta la vista.